Now, I just want to quickly say, this will be at the start of the video too. Initially, upon installing 4.2.2 for the PTS, the game would crash upon launch. And it's only because of someone on the forums. Let's just quickly open up the forums as to why we're actually able to use it. Where is it here? Rename the PTS folder in your ESO folder. I renamed it to PTS.ol just like that person did there. You're still crashing on startup though. You'd get through to character creation and then try to create your character, and that would be screwed. But yeah, I don't know if it's some of these issues are because of... Oh, the game just crashed. You're joking, right? So yeah, I don't know if it's because we've had to do some weird stuff with folders and rename them just so that it doesn't crash on startup. But yeah, that's what we've had to do to get access to this. So anyway, on to the rest of the issues. Hello and welcome to an update video, I guess you could say, on the Mac client for the PTS, Murkmire. This is version 4.2.2, just recently having apparently fixed a bunch of issues, including targeting, which does work now. As you can see, I can light attack things just fine, but don't worry because I still can't use abilities. If you can see it under the text up there, target is out of range for single target. It still works fine for ground AoEs. I still take damage, as you can see with the health bar there, but they're still out of range for everything else. Now this targeting out of range thing also applies to apparently Ice Fortress. If I just swap to PC real quick. Ice Fortress, I am out of range. I am out of range for this skill. Oh my god. But yeah, it's still screwed. It needs to be fixed. Preferably before it comes out. Comes onto live. Because if a self buff doesn't work because I'm out of range of a self buff, that's kind of sad, to be honest. Next thing is moving stuff around in your inventory no longer crashes your game, which is nice. However, the UI is still weirdly colored. Again, I have not changed any video settings. I don't even think there's an option to do this kind of thing in the settings, but that's still an issue. And it again applies to literally every single thing on your screen. Look, health bar is blue, magicka is orange. That's supposed to be white, I think, or red. It's supposed to be red. Yeah, you can see it's really strange. Something that I did see though, I currently have a personality on. Yeah, this is the thing. I don't know if this is intended or not, but it disappears every time you equip an item or you change locations. I do think it's a kind of cool thing though. Looks alright. I mean, it's not working. It's not working 100%. It looks kind of choppy and yuck, but I mean, they're kind of cool. So maybe that's a thing that could be implemented. I don't know. Looks pretty cool. Anyway, so I forgot to actually record me talking about this properly, but this is just a quick clip on me discovering the problems with personalities and how they're not applying to your character properly for the Mac client. Apparently personalities didn't work properly. Yeah. Is it a seam? Maybe it's just low quality textures or something. Hello. Yeah, that's definitely not working properly. What the hell? That's not working at all. Character creation. Let's begin with that. Create character invisible. It's still the same issue. Doesn't matter what you do here. Still an issue. We know about it. It's okay. Yay, still colorblind. Let's log on. We're now going to head to a random house. I think this is a decent one. We'll go here. And we're going to test the problem with furnishings and how they were dumped into the ground, about 100 meters into the ground to be precise. Let's go test that right now. Oh, what the hell's going on here? These boxes. With every... I think it's fucked. We're not going to see if the furnishing issue has been fixed. Where when you pick up an item, you just dumped it 100 meters into the ground. Yep, it's still dumping it 100 meters into the ground. Well, actually, let's see if it's 100 meters. Wow, it's doubled it. Okay, so it's been made worse, apparently. Let's retrieve it. Now, surface drag is off or on? Let's just... Okay, I am pulling it towards me. Yeah, I'm pulling it towards me now. Place. Oops. It doesn't move. Wonderful. Okay, so there's something going on there. It's still dumping it into the ground, and if I try and just pick up an item again, it just dumps it straight into the floor. I have no words. So I just want to go over now. Let's find it. Mac. What they said they fixed. Where's the fourth one? Ah. Fixed an issue. That's fixed. That's fine. That all seems to be working as intended now. I didn't... Well, we just saw that just before. So that's still a bit strange. So that's maybe yes, maybe no, fixed. Fixed an issue where you're in... and UI icons would not render properly. Well, the UI is not rendering properly, technically, I guess. The text isn't the correct color. Fix an issue where you could not interact with crafting stations or target monsters at range. Well, that's been fixed, kind of. You can light attack them, you can target them, you can light attack them at range, but you can't use your abilities at range. As for crafting stations, because before you had to angle your camera at some weird angle to interact with them, and it doesn't seem like you do anymore. That's cool. Awesome. Good to know. So yeah, overall those are the issues. I'm out of range for a self buff. This is on Warden, so maybe it's just the Warden buff. But Betty Net, she's working just fine. I can cast that. And so is Bird of Prey. So it might just be that one ability. But yeah, that's kind of bad. Colors are still screwed for UI. And in general, this color's just off. Targeting still isn't working properly. You can target them from a distance, and you can light attack them from a distance, but you cannot use single target abilities on them from a distance. Housing is still screwed. It still dumps things into the floor. Crafting stations seem to be working as intended now. At least you can target them as intended now. Yeah. It's so overall, some things have been fixed. Didn't have that issue. Kind of fixed, not really. that's not fixed properly. That is, at least so far. I hope that this gets fixed before it gets through to live. Otherwise, the game will be unplayable, at least in its current state, for all Mac users. Which would be a shame, I think, personally as a Mac user myself. So thanks. Have a good day. Thanks, guys.